All right, before we get started, today's video is brought to you by Built Bar. Built Bar makes protein bars that actually taste good, right? You've had protein bars in the past. They generally suck. They taste like terrible things. But Built Bar makes delicious ones. I like the raspberry or the orange. And if you don't like raspberry or orange, good news. They've got 16 other flavors. They've got 18 total flavors for you to try out. They're healthy, they're good for you, they taste delicious, and today they have a special offer for you. If you go to BuiltBar.com and enter promo code SSR or click the link below in the description, it'll take you right there. Promo code SSR is going to save you some money to get your box to try. You want to try one flavor? Go ahead. You want to get a mixed box like this? Get the mixed box, try them all out, and then order the ones you like. Again, I'm the orange one. I like the orange or the raspberry. These are my two favorites. Give them a shot. Link below in the description. Funny enough, Matt and I are both sponsored by Built Bar, and they're pretty good, right?
They are. Yeah, they are.
I genuinely eat them, but I happen to be at Matt's house, and I get to tell you about some things that you didn't know. And one thing that you didn't know is that Matt used to work for me at the rental company.
Yeah.
And Matt
Do people not know that? That's how I
don't
met
think it's
you.
like
That's
common knowledge.
That's how I got in the game.
But there's so much stuff that I've learned, and he's actually absorbed over the years from that, like what happens when your car gets stolen. And when your car gets stolen, it's really bad if it gets stolen by your renter because it's not really stolen. That's called conversion. And what does that become?
It's a civil
That
case,
is a civil
not
case.
a criminal one.
That's just somebody who didn't bring it back. And I got
They haven't stolen it.
Yeah.
They're just hanging on to it for a while.
And you can bill them all you want.
You can bill them the whole time.
Just send them a new invoice.
They take it, just keep sending them invoices.
And that's not really good for a rental company, especially this one. And I got text messages here. A lot of people sent this over to me, but the guy from the rental company actually reached out to me, Adam, and he sent me the Toronto police report about his Lamborghini URUS, which is a super popular car. Like, I don't know.
Have them and rent them?
I've been like resisting because I'm like, who wants an URUS? But everybody wants an URUS.
Everybody, yeah.
And
you had the best line because it tells people that you have a Lamborghini, but you don't have to drive a Lamborghini everywhere for them to know that.
It's for the people that don't want to drive their Lamborghini every day to let everybody else know that they've got a Lamborghini so they can talk about the one they've got in their garage. Yeah, I get it. It's like the Rolls Royce. The Rolls Royce is such like a ridiculous car because it serves no purpose other than like having something to drive. Like a Rolls Royce Dawn, you just drive it to your garage of other cars. It's not like anyone's enjoying driving the yacht.
It's a yacht tender.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I really like driving Rolls Royces. I think they're fun.
They're such a boat.
Yes, that's why. Because I'm a sailor. I like boats.
Yeah, but like on the water, not on the land. Anyway.
No, I like them on land too.
Let's get to this.
I like cars on water. I like boats on land. I really like when it gets really subversive like that.
We have GTA exotic rentals out of the GTA Grand Theft Auto.
I'm sorry. This place is called GTA?
That's pretty ironic. But
that's
GTA,
the headline of the newspaper?
That's their actual like company name.
Tell me you had it coming. You named your shit GTA.
So GTA, and as if the bait wasn't enough, they had a black Lamborghini Urus, and it was like a Mansory. It was like a wide body, which is just like attracting people that.
Which is the official Lamborghini of criminals.
Like, exactly. It's like you're just asking to be stolen. So he sent me a message. They rented the car on Boxing Day. This is the first customer on the car. It's a beautiful black on red interior. The thing was booked for 2 months straight, which honestly, being in the rental business, I don't think any car that I've ever bought was booked for 2 months straight.
What about the first car you bought ever as a rental car company?
The Ferrari, but still wasn't booked for 2 months straight.
Yeah.
That you still trickle in the rentals.
Yeah.
I bought the C8 and like it goes out and then it goes out for 2 months straight because people are then like building up the demand on it. But there's no like
out.
2 months in pre-bookings. So we'll get past that. He said he drove it no more than 15 minutes and gave it to the first renter who decided to rent it to someone else or let them test drive it. His story's a bit wishy-washy. Apparently, the guy he gave it to never brought it back, and that was gone, and it was last seen in Toronto. So he sent me.
Where's his GPS tracker?
Well, see, that's key, right? The conversion is when you give it to somebody and they steal it. I've had cars stolen before, and it was the Hungarian porn star down in Miami. I remember the guys gave it to her, and
you know who liked boobies?
Everybody that worked for me, probably.
Everybody, but one person more than most.
Oh, Andy, yeah.
Oh, we say his name.
We can say his name, Andy.
Fine, yeah, Andy got distracted by boobies.
But
and cash and a fake pack. Remember she paid cash?
Yeah, they gave 10 grand in cash for a GT3, and then they drove it off and it was gone. And they rented it for 2 weeks. Smart theft is giving somebody a lot of money up front and cash too.
Yeah.
Because
that
cash,
person bought a GT3 for 20K.
For 10 grand, 10 or 20 grand, exactly.
Yeah.
So this guy, he says they removed the tracking system. Removing the tracking system is what generally allows for you to declare it stolen. So if they tamper with the tracking system, that is now that's where they draw the line. That's how we were able to get, and we had to make a claim on our insurance for that. So it was an international customer, which the risk ultimately fell on us. Our insurance company wrote the check for whatever, $130,000, $140,000 for a GT3. Now to me, I'm like, all right, this girl's getting a 20,000 mile rental GT3. Knock yourself out. It's gonna need a clutch soon, so just start searching mechanic shops.
Start working on that on the boat. Dropping the engine.
So,
all right, so this URUS is gone.
So the URUS is gone,
right.
And he's like, "Can you just put it out there and let people know that the car's stolen and keep an eye out? BOL, be on the lookout.
If you see a triple black URUS with a
you're not going to.
Body.
It's probably wrapped right now.
Yeah.
It's chrome somewhere, and it's such a weird." Here's the things I don't get about this.
Wrapping cars is really a good idea. If you want to steal cars, have a wrap shop for sure.
Yeah, but why rent a wide body car, a new car that's wide body? I understand
stupid.
the who was it? Brianna just got that R8.
Yes.
And Amelia. Did she reveal what car she's getting yet?
No, she didn't say.
So she blew up our winner in California. I'm here with Nathan Sissio's car, who won the East Coast before the episode went live. So we'll tell you, everybody right now, I'm just kidding. But Amelia's getting a car, she wants to wide body it. And we're like, don't do that. Like, you don't take a good car and you wide body. You get a salvage car.
Yeah, she wanted to get a nice car.
And then chop it up.
Yeah,
don't
which
do that.
is not like, it's not about being sacred or not. It's just about wasting money.
Absolutely.
Remember, the worst one, what's that dude's name? Travis Scott, right? He's a rapper, right? Travis Scott. He did a giveaway of like an M3.
Okay.
Do you youngins know what I'm talking about? He did up this M3, E30 M3, kind of like almost like a Safari with like fog lights and stuff, and he put like crazy artwork all over it. Is it cool? Is it ugly? I don't know.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Personal
Not
taste.
really.
Yeah.
But he did it to give it away on his Instagram. Sure. What car did he start this build with? An 8,000 mile E30 that he bought from Zuckerman for $250,000. Only to modify it for a giveaway.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter that it's a nice car.
No. I remember I gave away the M3. I gave away an M3 I got for like free. I think it was.
Don't spend good money on a car.
Don't throw good money after bad.
Yeah. YouTube builds are YouTube builds because they're based on crappy
cars.
Yeah,
but you never want to own one unless you get it for free, in which case everybody wins. So, long story short, when a car is stolen or can be declared stolen, and this is me just guessing, Canadian laws are very similar to U.S. laws. And with my Porsche, I guarantee it was probably on a boat within like hours.
Yeah, straight to the harbor. My favorite theft story was remember the guy who stole the Ferrari on the test drive, the F50?
Oh, yeah.
That was boss. So the guy goes to
test drive.
Builds up this whole story. Mr. Farah is coming in, and obviously fake name, fake license. Very important person flying in. He's going to be flying into Teterboro, and he's going to be at a private airport, and he would like to come test drive your F50. And guy went to the dealership, and like rich people are weird, so he didn't want to be they didn't go very crazy into vetting this guy. They take him on a test drive. The sales guy's in the passenger seat, the other guy's in the driver's seat. He's like, all right, I've driven it enough. I will take the car. Let's switch. You can drive it back to the dealership, which with an F50, any guy would be like, sure, totally. Yeah. The salesman gets out of the passenger side, guy drives away with the F50.
Awesome.
And that car disappeared for a long time. It did since turn up.
Was that not the same one that the FBI recovered
was
and
that
then
the
crashed?
That was an F40?
No, it was a 50.
It was an F50, yeah.
FBI recovered it and
the
then crashed it in transit.
Yeah, that was good stuff. And then they tried to sue the FBI.
When I was working for you, we recovered a abandoned Ferrari 360 in Jersey City once.
It was mad shady.
Yeah.
We also had to recover a Mercy Roadster in Harlem hours after it was rented because the guy was arrested for slinging bags out of it on the car.
That was a Gallardo. I remember going to the Bronx to pick up a yellow Gallardo.
Was it a Gallardo?
Yeah.
It might have been a Gallardo.
So, long story short, if you're going to rent cars, the worst person on the planet is the guy that re-rents cars, thinking, what's the worst that can happen, right? And the details are a little hazy right now. This is more of a be on the lookout for a black URUS wide body, which there's probably 5 of them in existence.
Bro,
so if you see
GTA.
I mean, ironic, yes. Not really the best choice of names for
It's
a
Canada?
company.
You think that's Greater Toronto area?
Probably.
Bro.
But like,
know
do a
your
little bit of Google. Yeah.
associations.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's stuff you can't get away with. And like the fact that GTA's car got ripped off in the first rental. Like that was at least, my car was a 20,000 mile car. This was a 0 mile.
Somebody up there
URUS.
was like, bro, they're basically asking for it.
Yeah. How do you buy a Lamborghini URUS for 10 grand? Well, it's easy. You rent it from a guy who re-rents it and then you steal it. and now it's like that guy didn't even really commit any fraud because the guy who stole it didn't even rent it from a legitimate rental company. He just gave a guy 10 grand and the guy gave him the Lambo. So it's a hot mess. Keep an eye out for it if you see
So
it.
glad that all I do is park cars and not deal with this craziness.
But,
If
I mean-
this craziness was my everyday life, I would not die of anxiety.
But I mean, that's why these cash rentals and everything like that, very, very risky. But they're very appealing, especially in like Toronto in like
Yeah.
December or January, which has got to be an off season.
I got the other way right now. I got a guy who deposited a car at my place and then
You
disappeared.
did. Matt's going to have his own little, what is it, a smart?
Don't say what it is.
It's smart because if the guy watches this and he says like, oh, that's my smart car, let me settle up on that.
If you abandoned a smart car at my place.
I mean, just the fact
Get
that
at
they
me
pay
and
so much
pay me.
to store a smart car.
Well, so far he's paid nothing.
Matt's Westside Collector Car Storage Garage in Culver City, and he's been in business for four months, and he's got pretty solid occupancy right now. I'm like, all right, who's in default? And he's like, funny you ask. And it's always the car that gets shoved in the back. Not like the guy can get in anyway and get his car out, but it's always the one that you tuck in the back.
I'd put it on top of a lift, but it's too low. You can't put it on a stupid tray. Oh, that's the worst.
Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Tierra the tripod.
Tierra the tripod. So you guys are familiar with my other company, Adventure Drives, right? Well, we're going to be going to Scotland in October. We're going to be doing Scotch distilleries, playing golf at St. Andrews if you want to do that, walking around, seeing lakes, waterfalls, driving the North Coast. It's going to be an amazing trip. Prices start as low as $2,500 per person for the shorter trip in Scotland. If you're interested in going, check out the link in the description.